Alrighty, and then our last example, part C, you could pause this video and try to do it on your own if you want to test yourself, but we could do one more together. Again, here's an example of when our leading coefficient, the number in the front, the very first term, does not have a 1. Right here, we've got a 3, and I cannot find a greatest common factor. I cannot evenly divide each thing in this equation by the same number. So that's an indicator that I need to do slide and divide. So I'm not going to zoom out to see the steps, but you have the steps in your notes packet. But the first step is you want to multiply your first term and your last term together to make a new last term. So I'm going to multiply 3 times, and be careful, this is the first time we've done this. This is a negative 20, and that's important. That's 3 times negative 20, and that's equal to negative 60. And you are going to rewrite it now with your new last term. And remember, this 3 went away because it combined with the 20. So I have x squared plus 7x minus 60, excuse me. We are replacing it with our new last term, equals 0. Now, or we don't even really need the equals 0, but now I'm going to go find the factors of 60 that add to 7. There are a whole bunch of them. If you don't remember you can go find the factor chart in the KC7 folder on our Teams page. But I have 1 and 60, 2 and 30, 3 and 20, 4 and 15, 5 and 12, and 6 and 10. Just looking at these, you should be able to figure out which set of numbers I'm going to use, because remember, I want to get to 7. So the only one that will get me to 7 is 5 and 12. And I'm like, okay, well, how do I get to 7? And you're like, well, Ms. B, if you take 12 and subtract 5, you can get 7. And you're right. That is a good way to think about this. That means you take positive 12 and subtract a negative 5. So your 12 is positive and your 5 is negative. That's great. Alrighty. Then step 3 says I want to get the wording right, divide your factors by the number that was in front of your original problem. So I'm going to divide my factors by the number in front of my original problem, which was a 3. So I'm going to divide each factor here by 3. And remember, you have to simplify before you do anything. Simplify this. 12x plus 12 divided by 3. 12 divided by 3 does simplify to 4. Okay, so it's worth simplifying. And then x minus 5 divided by 3. 5 over 3 does not simplify. You can double check in your calculator. So I'm going to slide this 3 in front of the x. So I'm going to have 3x minus 5. No more fractions. Your final answer should have no fractions. And I don't have anything outside the parentheses because there was no greatest common factor. Alrighty, we are going to practice tomorrow in class, so you must make sure that you get these down before class tomorrow because we're going to practice. I have one last little thing I need to show you tomorrow in the beginning of class. It is very, very short, 5 minutes tops, and then you will know and understand how to do the Go formative. Alrighty, if you have any questions, though, just send me a quick message and I will help you before class. Alrighty, have a good day.